Hello everyone, so we are back with Leetcode daily challenge, and in today's problem we need to sort vowels in a string. So as the problem is given, the statement is that we need to keep the constant in their place. There is a string given as, and we need to create another string, or we say we need to permute the string as into a new string t, where the consonant will be on their position, but the vowels should be sorted in their non-decreasing order of their ASCII values. So as we know that, let's go back to our code editor. So since we know that the ASCII value of capital A start from 65 and so on, and ASCII value of small a start from 97. So what this question says that we need to keep the vowels in their non-decreasing order of ASCII values. So what that means that at first A to Z will come, and then lowercase a to z will come. So this is the problem. So let us try to understand the problem in bit more clear from the example given below. So here, like the example is here is Leetcode. So L capital E small e T C capital O D E. So let us try to find out the consonant. So what this question says that the consonant will be in their position. So L will be there, T will be there, C will be there, small d will be there, and the rest of the vowels are capital E, small e, here O and E, right? So what we need to do, we need to sort these vowels based on their ASCII values. So what I said, first capital A to capital Z will be there, and then small a to small z will be there if we follow the ASCII value non-decreasing order. So when we sort these vowels, they will be like capital E, then O, and then in place of O small will be there, and then finally small e will be there. So this is the sorted order of the vowels. So our final listing will be like L capital E capital O T C small e D and small e. So this is the answer as given in the example, right? So let us try to find out what approach should we proceed further to solve this problem. So let us try to first come up with a brute force. So in the brute force approach, what we can think of is that we need to sort the vowels, right? So what we can do, we can extract the vowels from the string, and then we can perform a sort function. You can implement any of the merge sort or anything, but we can directly use the sort function, inbuilt sort function in the C++ STL library. So what approach we can have, we can extract the vowels, right, and then we need to sort them, and then we need to position, we need to keep there in the position, so we need to put them in their position, So what approach we can do, so we can have a for loop, iterate our for loop for the string, and we can check if vowel or not. If vowel, then we will put these extract vowels in a different string, let us say v. So we will push v dot push back the vowel, and the character, sorry, not vowel, the character, and that will be vowel, right? So we need to push it to that, and we need to we should use the sort function, inbuilt sort function, and then in final iteration we will put them one by one. Like we will take one element from the vowel string and we will put there in position in the string. So this is a brute force. Let us try to understand what is the space and time complexity of this solution. So this time complexity will be order of n log n, because the sort function is used. Rest of the for loop will be of order n, so the maximum here is order of n log n, and we are using an extra space to store the vowels, so it will take an order of n for the space complexity. So this is the time complexity, this is the space complexity. So this is a brute force approach. Now let us try to find the optimal approach. So moving back to the question, what we are doing, we need to sort the vowels only, right? So what we can do, we can count the vowels, like the number of occurrence of the vowels, we can count them, because we just need to count 10 characters. Like there is capital A, capital E, A, E, I, O, U, and the same for the small lowercase, right? So we just need to count 10 characters, the occurrence of 10 characters, and in a ascending order, like the in this order only, we have to put them back into their position. So this can be done, and let us try to drive the optimal approach. So the optimal approach mainly deals with count of the vowels, count the occurrence of vowels, occurrence of the vowels, right? So we can count, then we need to put back in their position one by one, put them one by one. So let us try to understand it with an example, like from this example only, Leetcode example, right? So here given L, capital E, small e, T, C, O, small d. So here the vowels are capital E, small e, so O is capital, my bad, yeah. So is capital O and E. What we can do, like we can make a map of character to number. So for example, A will be there, B will be there, C will be there, D will be there, yeah. Let us write here. So what we can do, we can take a map of A, B, sorry, not B, A, then capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U, then small a, small e, small I, small o, small u, right? So what we can do, we can map the occurrence of these letters, these characters. So for example, A occurs 0 times, E occur 1 time, I occurs 0 time, 0, capital 0 occur 1 times, and then U occurs 0, A occurs 0, small e occurs 2 times. So in this order, what we can do, when we put them one by one, we will iterate over the map, right? And we will then take the letter which need to be put first. So for example, when we iterate over in this string, so in the first position where there is a vowel, we need to put E, and we will then subtract the count of the E. So when we put E into this position, then the count of E will be changed to 0, right? So another capital E cannot be used, we move to I, it cannot be used, then we move to capital O. So when we move our pointer to next vowel position, then we need to put O, and we will decrement the count of O to 0, right? Similarly, we can continue forward, and in this way we can finally reach the end of the string, or all the occurrence of the map will be 0, right? So let us try to code this solution. I am not writing the code for the brute force, it is very much simple. Let's code the optimal solution and try to find out whether it works or not. So moving back to our code editor, yeah. So at first what we need to do, we need to take the size of the string. So int n, it will be equals to the size of the string as dot size, right? So after taking the string size, what we need to do, as I said, we need to have a map of the vowels. So we'll take an ordered map of character and integer, yeah, and we will say that as MP. And then what we need to do, we need to count the vowels occurring in that string, right? We need to have the number of occurrence of the vowels in that string. So before doing that, what we need to do, we should make a helper function, and it will check whether the given character is vowel or not, right? So let us make a boolean function is vowel, and we will pass a character to it, character C, and we will check whether it is a vowel or not. So the character should be equals to A, capital A, or it should be equals to capital E, or it should be equals to it should be equals to I, capital I, yeah. then it should be equals to capital A E I O, right, and then it should be equals to capital U, A E I O U, and I just copy paste here all the, right, yeah, I copy paste and then sorry, yeah, and I paste it here, and I just need to change the capital into small letters A, then E, small e, then small u, then small o, and the small I, right. So if the character is any one of this, then I will return true, else I will return a false, right. So this is a helper function to check whether the given character is vowel or not. So what we need to do after that, we need to store the occurrence of the vowels in that map, right. So what we can do, we will iterate over the string. So for auto C for character of that string, what we will do, we will increment the map of that to, we will increment the occurrence, right. So this function just before incrementing, what we need to do, we need to check, right, whether this is vowel or not. So if is vowel, the character is passed as C, then we will increment the count occurrence of that character in the map. So this function did this. Now what we need to do, we need to iterate, like we need to keep these vowels in their position, right, in the position of sorted order. So what we can do to do this is, let us go back to the code editor. What we can do to check, like to keep them in their position, what we do, we will take a temporary string as A, E, I, O, U, and then small a, small e, small I, small o, u, small u, right. So this is a temporary string, and we will take a index or pointer, and it will point to capital A. So what we will do, when we will iterate in the string to position them, to put them, what we will do, we will check the map whether the current pointer, like the current pointer is there or not, and if it is there, in the map, for example in the question, this is the A is not present, right. So A is not present. If it is present, like E is present, and their count is greater than 0, like if present in the map, and count is greater than 0, then we will put that in position, else what we will do, if it is not present in the map and count is not equal to 0, we will just increment our pointer. So our pointer will increment and it will reach till the end, and we will get our positions, like which character to position in that place in a sorted order. So this is the approach to search in the map. So let us write the code. It will be more clear if we see the code. So what we will take the temporary string. So let us name as wow, and it will be capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U, and then small a, small e, small I, small o, small u, right. And after that, what we will do, we will take the pointer. It will point to the 0th position of the vowel, right. So it will be position to 0, right. Now we will iterate over the string to put the vowels in their position. So we will take int I equals to 0, I less than size of the string, and then I plus plus. Now if it is a vowel, what we will put, we can put on in the positions where there is a vowel, right. The consonant will be in their position. So if is vowel, the string given, it will be as of I, character given. If it is a vowel, then what we will do, as I said, we will take a while loop till whether our character is present in the map or not. and if it is present, then the occurrence should greater than 0. So what we can do, right, is like that, while map.find of our vowel pointer, like the vowel from this string, and the pointer will point the vowel. If it is present, we will if it is not present, we will writing in negative way. If it is not present, m.end, or if it is present and its occurrence is 0, vow of pointer, if its occurrence is 0, then we will just increment the pointer, right, pointer plus plus. Else what we will do, we will just put the vowel in their position. S of I will be the vowel of pointer, like the vowel we are currently present in, right, and we just need to decrement the map value of that vowel. So vowel of pointer, decrement. So I have this is clear, like we are incrementing the pointer because the pointer is pointing. Let us try to explain this. So the pointer is pointing at 0, like here in this example, here it is pointing to capital A. Now since we the a will not be present in the map, because in the for loop we just incrementing the occurrence, so A is not here. So we will increment the pointer to E. E is present, so E is present, so the value of E will be used and it will tell to 0. So in that while loop we are just incrementing the pointer till it reach a valid vowel, right, and then we put the pointer in their position. So this is the code. Let us try to run the code. So we just need to return the string. So just return the as string. We are using the same string. You can take another string too, but here I have used the same string. Let us run the code. Yeah, it works fine. So let us submit the code. Yeah, it works fine. So I hope this is clear, the approach is clear, and you can tell your feedback in the comment section if there are any, and thank you for watching.